Welcome to Garden Crossings. I'm Heidi. Today it is April 28th and it is a beautiful day here in Michigan. Big, huge, fluffy flakes are falling. Just everyone's dream for a beautiful spring day. Rewind, I don't think so. But this is the current situation here. I was going to take you for a garden tour, but really this isn't much of a day to do a garden tour because the snow would just make everything so depressing. Even my garden is probably depressed right now. It was beginning to wake up a few weeks ago when we had the 70 and 80 degree temperature, and now it's just, I'm sure it wants to go tuck back down into the ground again. So we'll just take a couple looks at a couple things and show you things that are trying to enjoy the snow as much as we are. So let's take a quick walk through the garden and just show you a few things that are trying to bloom right now. Here we have the Brunnera Jack Frost. It's one of the early blooming perennials here in my garden. And you can see it has these beautiful little periwinkle blue blooms, lightly dusted in a nice snowfall. Also, as we head to the corner more, we're going to look at a bleeding heart. And it's just starting to put on its little buds. So this hopefully would be flowering within a week or so if the temperatures would cooperate. But it's going to be pretty once it is starting to flower. Here we have the gold heart bleeding heart, the nice golden foliage. You can see there's some little flowers starting there. I love these golden foliage plants, especially this time of year when the garden's really not doing a whole lot. And you see those bright splashes of gold. I think they're really simply stunning. We're going to stand here and probably in a location that I've never really stood before for a video. But as we look to the back, if it weren't snowing today, we'd see a lot of pokes of golden foliage out there on that back hill as well. So we'll walk back there and just take a quick close look to show you what some of those golden foliage things are that pop in the early spring. My creeping phlox was really beginning to look happy. Now you can see lightly crusted in a nice coating of snow and ice. This here would be a beautiful show of kind of orchid purple blooms. And once that snow melts off, it's just going to be a beautiful, just mass color. I love using creeping phlox early in the season because it does just really give a beautiful splash of color before really a lot of things in the garden start to show any evidence of spring. This Brunnera is a little more happy. It's protected under my deck so the snow can't get to it. But look at those beautiful, bright periwinkle blooms and that great foliage. So even when this plant isn't blooming in the spring like it is now, the foliage is an excellent added addition to this garden. Here's an example of using golden foliage in the garden. This here is Hosta Liberty, just starting to kind of uncurl there. It's glad it's where it's at because it's not getting snowed on right now. But look at that bright splash of gold compared to all those other darker greens in this garden. Can you see how golden foliage really pops? Here we have a beautiful hellebore blooming, kind of a nice light pink color. And then over yonder, we have another hellebore. This is a yellow one. These are pretty mature plants. You can just see how big they are. But look at all those beautiful early spring blooms. Another showing here of golden foliage. We have the Jacob's Ladder. This is Golden Feathers. Look at that bright color. You can see how it's contrasting gorgeous with those greens. As we head back to the back hill here, this is where I want to show you more evidence of where using golden foliage is an absolute must, in my opinion, in the garden so that you can just see a little welcoming sunshine in the spring. So as we're getting closer, you can see those yellows are popping. And as we get closer, we'll tell you what we're seeing. So a lot of these are hosta, but there's also some grasses as well, and bleeding heart. There we've got carex grass, along with a bleeding heart. This is the gold heart, just starting to emerge. Some more of that carex grass. Golden yellow hosta. Some more grass. We're going to skip over the hellebore for the minute. I want to show you more of the bleeding heart. See those golden bleeding hearts? How they just really pop. And then that hosta over there. See that little splash of yellow? That is what I really can see almost the most vibrantly from my house is that golden yellow hosta there. Let's go take a look. I'll probably have to pop the name up on the screen because I didn't do a very good job of naming all these, but look at that beautiful yellow foliage. All right, let's go head back over. Oh, actually, before we do, there's one other thing here that's starting to look cool. This is the Amsonia storm cloud. Look at how that emerges. That near black stems. You can see all the little flower buds just all nestled still inside there. This is one of my, I don't know, I have a lot of favorite plants, don't I? But this is really a unique and different plant with spring color with periwinkle blue blooms. A really cool upright mounding type habit. The snow is so wet that it's like dripping off the trees. We're going to end this video here with the hellebore because this is really the flowering sunshine in the garden right now. I've been saying flowering and I've been saying sunshine a lot, but I think those are just wishes for a little bit more sunshine and a lot less snow. So let's take a look here at the hellebore. Gorgeous. Nice big plants too. Big nice double flowers. This is a white one with some speckles. So yeah, things are starting to wake up. Things will be happier when the snow is gone. So you may be asking, is this snow going to affect or hurt these plants? My gut is no. It should probably be okay. Even though it's snowing, it's not super cold out right now. And I'm just hoping that once this melts, everything will be fine. Usually it's some of those hard frosts that are a little bit more scary than what the actual snow is, because the frost a lot of times can damage the leaves. Doesn't really kill the plant, no, but it can make the leaves or the foliage look kind of ugly for the rest of the summer, especially like with hostas and those type of plants. Also, a good hard frost or freeze can affect the hydrangea buds. So those are plants that we also try to be really careful with and potentially would cover if we were super concerned. But for the most part, most perennials will be able to handle what's going on today and be fine for the rest of the summer. Thank you for watching this video. I think it's really inspiring to see the things that can be beautiful even when the weather isn't acting super beautiful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.